Okay, the jet noise is going over right now, and I'm responding to a letter that Xenia has written to me. I'm looking up at your question on the other monitor up here. So, you wanted to know a little bit more about the right angle cross of Eden, Rax of Eden, but you seem to really be more curious about the gates involved. Let's see. You asked, oh, first of all, I'm 34, so I'm a touch past Saturn return, getting all my shit back together again. I actually have money now, so yay, Saturn's kind of leaning off of me, getting out of my second house, all that stuff. You asked about Rax of Eden. I am 6.2 and 36.2. I'm a 2-4. I'm a Virgo. This is very much Virgo. Quarter of duality. And let's see, what else were you asking? I believe you were younger. You ask if I see a disconnect between my 11-12 and my 6-36. Yeah, I'm a 2-4. So my 6-36 are both in lines 2. My 11 and 12 are in lines 4. So when I was growing up, I'd take personality tests, and they'd always tell me, oh, you're shy, outgoing. And I always thought those personalities tests were just bullshit because that just seemed to cover all their bases, right? So anybody taking their test would be everything. Then I come to human design and I'm a 2-4. I am shy, outgoing, but shyness isn't really what it really seems to be. It's what other people would call shyness, and what we living the second line life are more. We just want to get away from stuff. Just there's our first response. If you're a generator, I'm a generator, is withdrawal. Timely contact and withdrawal would be line 6, gate 6, line 2, the gorilla. Now I also have 6.5 because my nodes, my personality nodes, are also 6 and 36, but in lines 5. So there's a lot. I have a lot going on in gate 6 and 36. It's conscious for me. It's my sun and earth. It's my personality nodes. So I believe that view is power. My motivation is need. Beside the point. So you were asking if I ever felt debilitating crisis. No, no. I'm living here. It's like asking a fish about water. For me, I wouldn't view it like that. Now, what other people have told me is I'm the kind of girl that likes to play with fire. I don't know. I guess other people would view it like that. I gave up drinking. Yesterday was my 1 year anniversary of no alcohol. And I found myself lamenting the fact that I haven't had a lot of fights this whole year. Like with my husband, it's been a really easy year. What? It's kind of weird, like having a year of like no fights. It seems a little dull. Because I'm a 636, and I know that sounds crazy, but things have been very smooth because I haven't been getting in needless fights, excessive drunk fights, which is good, obviously. But I'm still playing with fire. So, what people used to say about me in the past, because I have my gate 6 does line up to an unconscious 59, also in line 2, 59. I'm a 2-4 with 59.2, which is just excessive shyness, boldness. I like to withdraw. My line of work has to do with storytelling. My and remember, I have the 1156. My design Sun and Earth is 1112, so that's unconscious for me, and I have an unconscious channel of the storyteller, 1156. I work basically it's phone sex, but phone sex with a webcam. So I tell stories. And they draw it out of me. They ask me for a story, whatever ridiculous, dumb story, awesome story. I just make up stories about goats or my brothers or inanimate objects like beer bottles. It just comes out of me. Unconscious. I don't decide I'm going to tell a story. I would never put a pen to paper. But when people ask me for, hey, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? I'm just like, I get a sense for what they're kind of going for. Because I have that 12, that prophecy, that line of prophecy. It's gate 12, line 4. So I kind of get a sense for what kind of the mood is going for, where the story should lead, where the stimulation needs to be. And again, playing with fire altogether because I'm a married woman. And, my husband knows what I do, but still, it's, I don't know, playing with fire, I guess. I've never really felt debilitating crisis and conflict in my life, but this is the quarter of duality, and the quarter of duality has to do with bonding. And it's very, very mundane. Again, you got that Virgo thing happening there. What happens with bonding? What happens when you bond with another person? There's going to be fights. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be that rub. Now, that rub can be friction, like good sexual fucking tension and getting fucked all the time. That's great. But, getting fucked is also a play on words. Like, that can be a very bad thing. So it's all about timely contact and withdrawal, I suppose. Uh, See, that 6 and 36, I don't feel like it's conflict and crisis. I feel excitement. Now, the only book I have, where did it go? I've got this. And it doesn't mention much about this in here, but I've heard it on the FB, boards and stuff about the 36 having a lot to do with sexuality and with hunger. I'd like to know a little bit more about that because I strongly identify with that more than I do crisis. Having a debilitating crisis? I don't know. Nothing debilitating. Life happens. So fucking what? Like, life is just, it's there. Let me see what else you asked. Do I see a disconnect between my harmony and standstill? 11, 12. Harmony? 11? 11 is ideas. But maybe you're referring to something else. Disconnect between that and my conflict and crisis 6 and 36 resolution. I don't really know what you mean by that. Resolution. I mean, there's a disconnect, yeah, because it's 2 and then 4. So that's the right angle cross of the Eden that I am at. See, I feel like I keep coming to perfect paradises. Especially now I've got the room that I want, the apartment that I want. I've got my room with my pole, and I pole dance, and I'm living a good life where I can make money telling ridiculous stories to people and dancing around and being cute. I also work another job where I have to work outside, and that's annoying, actually. Hell, here's some conflict and crisis that I'm kind of going through right now. Yesterday there was 2 dead bodies found down the street from where I work at a Rally's. Seriously, like 2 blocks away from where I work, 2 dead people were found at 5 a.m. And then earlier that afternoon, there was a man walking down the street who had just been shot who was trying to find help. And I have to go into work today in a couple hours. Kind of not sure if I should just quit that job or not. Definitely feels like I'm playing with fire. Kind of nervous about it. Because it seems like there's a lot going on. Oh, and one of our stores was robbed on Sunday, but in the neighboring town in Norfolk. So, don't know if I should quit that job or not. I'd like to, but I just got health care. God damn. See, this is a mental feeling. I'm just going to give it a week and then decide if I should turn in my resignation and just find a shitty job down here. I also work from home, so I mean I have the stuttering. See, that's that 12 there, that stutter. I'm just kind of conflicted on what I should be doing. At the moment, I mean, it'll all sort itself out. I hope I answered your question. I'm at the 10-minute mark, just about. Trying to think of anything else in particular that has to do with the questions that you asked. I mean, I have a disconnect between my personality, Sun and Earth, and my design, Sun and Earth, because it is 2-4, and those are very different. You got the Hermit, you got the Opportunist. You can drag me out, absolutely, by opportunity. I mean, that's kind of what my job with my webcam at home is, with my ridiculous stories that I tell, that I'm very good at. Oh, I'm very good at being a cam girl. I really enjoy it. You gotta be friendly to people. And I can do that when there's opportunity. Something about roll gates. I think 6 is a profile gate. The other thing about the quarter of duality has to do with bonding and then also putting people into roles. And that can be a big issue if you are not self. because, you know, you get people who have sex and then they have babies and then suddenly they have to play out these roles together. You know, you got the teenage boys suddenly playing out the role of father, teenage girl suddenly she's mom and they're family, and it doesn't fit because everything's not self and they're acting out, you know, biological impulses. So that's something to really pay attention to when you live in the you know, the duality aspect of things. I definitely have never wanted to have kids, and I don't have any kids. I'm 34, no kids. 59.2. I probably can't have kids. Well, I don't know. We'll see about that. But I don't know what else you wanted to know. But personally, I've never felt the conflict and crisis. I would never think, oh, my life is drama. I would never feel like I'm a victim. I definitely feel the 6 and 36 is very sexual, very sexually charged. Quarter of duality has a lot to do with magnetism. It's Jupiter's realm, so it's very magnetic. You draw people to you. Only I'm all line 2, so I really kind of don't like that. I like it at a distance. That's why I like talking to people through my webcam. It makes things a lot easier because then at any point I can just close the webcam. I can close my computer off and shut people out if I feel like my timely contact is time for withdrawal. All right, I'm going to stop here. I'm not really sure what else you want to know. But thanks for asking. Have a great day.